Am I coming through? Oh, there we go. Okay, easy there. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to take a moment now to thank Miss Jillian Lebec for the music this afternoon. Everyone rise. Excellent. Everyone rise as our 2022 graduating class enters the auditorium. Please remain standing for the national anthem after they've entered. Please remain standing and join Miss Laura Crema in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see the rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Thank you, Ms. Crema and Ms. Lebec. Greetings, members of the Board of Governors, faculty and staff, graduates, friends and family of graduates, and those watching on live stream. Welcome to the convocation ceremony for the class of 2022 of the Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine program at the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine at the Boucher campus. I'm Dr. Andrew Vargo, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. First, I'd like to make an Indigenous land acknowledgement. The Boucher campus of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine humbly recognizes and acknowledges the Kikite First Nation, as well as all Coast Salish peoples and Hunkaminam speaking peoples on whose unceded and traditional territories the college is located. Unceded means that the Aboriginal title to this land has never been surrendered or relinquished. Today, this territory is still home to diverse Indigenous peoples from across Canada whose presence continues to enrich our vibrant community, and we are grateful for the opportunity to learn and work on this land. We honor the Indigenous people's role for millennia as stewards of the land. We look to Indigenous wisdom for guidance to foster a reciprocal relationship with the environment and to walk gently on the earth in order to preserve and protect the land, air, and water for many generations to come. We acknowledge the profound debt that we owe to Indigenous knowledge and the practice of naturopathic medicine. We also acknowledge that education has played a specific role in colonization, and that it will also play an important role in moving us forward as we commit ourselves to the work of reconciliation. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this milestone in our graduates' education. I'd like to also thank our grads for inviting me to MC this event. It is a true honor to be here with you all. I'm Dr. Vargo. I was trained as a medical doctor, but chose teaching over practice. I'm in charge of the basic foundational sciences here at the Vancouver campus of CCNM, and I teach many of the classes that blend them together to help our developing doctors see medicine from a particular perspective: physiology, pathology, histology, molecular biology, pharmacology. There's an ology that's related to medicine, but I'm usually in the thick of it with them. I'm a more or less professional slide jockey, a very amateur improv stand-up comedian, a constant asker of questions, a marker of answers, and since COVID, a frequent host of some of the most scintillating and expensive programming to ever stream through the internet. I live and breathe academia, and the only thing I have a fail-safe cure for is insomnia on a Friday afternoon or a Monday morning. I'm not sure why they asked me to MC. I have very few nuggets of wisdom for them at this point, as they are transitioning past the theoretical and into the application of all that good therapeutic and diagnostic knowledge that they have. Perhaps they expect that I'll offer an air of spontaneity to the proceedings because they know that I know that my best work is done 5 minutes before it's due. Perhaps they're curious to see whether I can tie a tie. It's a mystery to me. I know I'm proud and excited to be here, though. It's a joy to watch these highly intelligent people progress and develop to grow stronger and stronger. These are students who have had their educational investment in their world flipped upside down during the pandemic. They didn't just learn the concepts and the content, they learned how to meet unexpected hardship with at least as much grace and stoicism, probably more than I did. They've succeeded in meeting the challenge of doing good for patients and getting a clinical education in the midst of mandates. They all kept smiling, eventually, and getting things done constantly. So I'm very happy to be here to facilitate and introduce and be very slightly humorous. That's intentional. I'm not here to offer wisdom. I'm not sure I've ever been a frequent repository or transmitter of that commodity. I'll leave that to those who treat. I do have a request, though, for our grads. I know you're tired and sick of reading and doing work to make knowledge stick. And I know you've got a couple of other milestones in front of you this summer, board exams, where you're going to be just doing it all over again. You're likely going to be even more sick and tired after that. My request is this: never stop being a student. Be other things. Be doctors and treaters and parents and earners. Earners is good. Yeah. Be all that stuff you've been planning for years now. But don't stop gathering knowledge, and don't stop questioning that knowledge that you've already gathered. We're all students. I most definitely am, perhaps to a maladaptive degree. I'm glad we're able to do so much as we learn together, and I'm just glad that you asked me to be here. So we have a couple of housekeeping items before we get started. First, we appreciate that everyone's cell phones are turned off the entire duration of the ceremony. I know that you've painstakingly thought and listened to a myriad of ringtones before selecting the perfect one. And you show us right after the ceremony. Second, please refrain from standing on the seats when taking pictures. If everyone stands, then most people just get a picture of everybody, the back of everybody's head. I know your hair looks great, then we have to email the people in the front for the good picture. It's a thing. So everybody just please stay seated for pictures. Now, we are pleased to introduce our first graduation speaker. He's been the president of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine since 2004 and has an impressive academic background spanning science, information systems, administrative law, and higher education. He led the creation of new post-secondary education departments overseas, consulted on teacher education programs in the Middle East, and served as the president of the International Association of Accredited Naturopathic Medical Colleges. At CCNM, he is responsible for ensuring the college delivers high-quality naturopathic medical education and clinical care, advances groundbreaking research, and promotes the college's reputation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our CCNM president and CEO, Dr. Bob Bernhardt.
Thank you, Dr. Vargo. So yes, officially on behalf of the college, welcome to the convocation of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine Boucher campus, class of 22. Wow, that sounds great, doesn't it? And on such a beautiful day, I'm sure this will be a wonderful, wonderful event for all of you. On behalf of the entire CCNM Boucher community, I extend our heartfelt congratulations to the graduates, their partners, parents, and children, indeed to the entire support network that has allowed each graduate to attain the success we're here to celebrate today. Now, as the name Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine Boucher campus implies, Boucher is now part of a pan-Canadian institution that runs the largest and, in my view, the best naturopathic doctor program in North America. Oops, no, the best in the world, literally. As one example of this, a CCM study published in the Canadian Medical Association Journal demonstrating the reduction of cardiovascular risk factors through the adjunctive use of naturopathic medicine has been referenced in legislatures across North America in support of regulation and expanded scope for naturopathic doctors. Now, towards the end of today's ceremony, you'll witness the graduates reciting the naturopathic oath. They'll be dedicating themselves to the service of humanity and to preserve the health of our planet for future generations. Wow, that's a pretty daunting commitment. And given where we are today, it involves the promotion of health in an ever-changing world. So how does one drive change that will preserve the health of our planet for future generations? First, it requires belief. The tenets and practices of naturopathic medicine acquired by today's graduates possess the power to profoundly change the health of individuals. Now, I ask graduates to remain confident in their ability to do so. I want you to imagine you've now been approved either for regulation in Canada or licensure if you're going to the US, and you're in your office, and here comes that first patient. And they come in and they recite all the challenges that you're facing, and your immediate thought is, oh my God, I'm going to get the supervisor. And then you realize there is none. But I want to assure you, you are well trained. You will help them remarkably. So why should the graduates have this confidence in naturopathic medicine? Well, I'm not an ND, but in my role as president, I've been the recipient of repeated testimonials from patients whose health has been dramatically improved by the work of student interns and their supervisors. Now, back about 10 years ago on the Toronto campus, we were able to give multiple visit packages to the clinic. We can't do that anymore, but I gave my mother-in-law a 5-visit package. She was suffering from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and she would have had a great deal of trouble walking from here to the front chair. So I gave her this package, and I don't know how she felt about naturopathic medicine, but I knew she liked me. And so sure enough, she made to use the package. I was going to line her up with the very best intern and the best supervisor we had. But before I knew it, she'd called the clinic, got a random intern, random supervisor. She spoke to her doctor of 30 years and said, I'm going to the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine clinic. And they said, why would you ever waste your time doing that? That's one of the silliest things I've heard. She went anyway. So then she went, and with her random intern and random supervisor, they had her within 4 weeks, so she would have been able to go up those stairs. Within 6 months, she was remarkably healthy. And the important thing to me about this story is she thought she was on a nasty skid down to death when she originally went into our clinic. Instead, she had 7 wonderful years of life after that she fully enjoyed. All of this was from an intern in the clinic doing what you all know how to do. And it gave her an extended period of enjoyment. So she finally passed away sitting in a chair with her head on her hand. So can you change people's lives? Absolutely. Graduates should also draw confidence from the areas in which naturopathic medicine is expanding and having an impact. In Toronto, CCNM operates the Integrative Cancer Centre and the Patterson Institute for Integrative Oncology Research. We are seeing these institutions driving greater awareness among oncologists and hospitals of the value and nature of integrative cancer care involving naturopathic medicine. In Toronto, we've launched a study examining the impact of the maternal microbiome on the postpartum health of mother and child and the impact of possible dietary interventions. Earlier this year, we received approval from a Swedish foundation for a study to investigate the impact of diet on anxiety. I mention these few examples just to provide a sense of the breadth of the research underway. Now, my background is in education, And I can attest that in my over 40 years in post-secondary education, I've never worked with a more enjoyable group of students than those in our ND program. They are bright, they are socially conscious, environmentally concerned, and they're just plain nice. And I know that's true on both campuses, and I've met you and enjoyed you for so many of you. The graduates who are down before you are not only beginning their careers as naturopathic doctors, they're committed to fostering a healthier future for their patients and our planet, particularly as we sit in the throes of the worst pandemic in over a century. And yes, I don't believe it's truly over. The world has never been more in desperate need of their guidance. CCNM and its partner students and graduates are in the midst of driving fundamental change in healthcare. I know of no other set of medical practitioners who are so well positioned to do so. These graduates have the knowledge, skills, and attitudes to profoundly improve the lives of their patients and the future of our planet. Now, on behalf of today's graduate, I do want to say a thank you to the faculty and staff of Boucher. These are the individuals who have made such a difference in the lives of our students. So congratulations, class of 2022. The faculty and staff are delighted to have had the opportunity to know you. We are very proud of you, and we believe that you hold the potential to profoundly change the future of not just healthcare, but of our precious planet. Congratulations.
I'd like to invite Dr. Gennady Raskin, Vice Chair of the Board of Governors, to deliver a message from the Board of Governors. Thank you, Dr. Raskin.
Good afternoon. My name is Gennady Raskin, and as a co-vice chair of the Board of Governors of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you today to today's convocation on behalf of the board. I'm also a graduate of CCNM of 1999, and I have a very heavy Slavic accent, so please bear with me, okay? First, I want to note how delightful the board that we're now pan-Canadian institution with campuses in Toronto and New Westminster. Since the amalgamation of the Boucher Institute and CCNM last year, the board has been very pleased to witness how the two institutions have joined together to create the leading naturopathic educational and research institution in the world. Faculty and staff on both campuses have been diligently working to ensure we truly are the world leader. The traditions and values of each campus are being respected and combined, and the results are very impressive. Second, I want to note how proud board is of today's graduates. We know how hard you worked to achieve the successes we're celebrating today. We also know that you are graduating with impressive skills and knowledge that you will employ in keeping your patients healthy. Each of you will impact the lives of individuals in ways that no other professional would have achieved. Third, I want to thank the support network that each graduate has relied upon during their journey through the program. I do not know if they could have made it without the support, but I'm sure that would have found far more challenging and much enjoyable without it. Finally, on behalf of the board, I want to thank the faculty and staff of the Boucher campus for their dedication and hard work. It is through your efforts and those graduates today have earned the Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine credential we're here to celebrate. I hope you will enjoy today's ceremony. And it is a beautiful day in New Westminster, and I think it's the harbinger of the bright careers that those graduates have in front of them. Welcome and congratulations to new graduates. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Bernhardt and Dr. Raskin. Our convocation guest speaker today is Dr. Dr. Lindsay Adrian. Dr. Adrian graduated from Boucher in 2011, after which she did a one-year general residency at the school. After completion of the residency, she went on to join a large integrative cancer center in Fort Langley, where she cultivated a practice focused on supporting patients with cancer and other complex chronic illnesses. Dr. Adrian has always been passionate about education. As a result, she has remained dedicated to teaching and supporting students' learning through preceptorship throughout her career. Dr. Adrian also continuously strives to expand her own knowledge through attending many conferences and keeping an excessive number of PubMed windows open at any given time. Also guilty. 3 years ago, she moved her practice to Port Moody Health and continues to focus on assisting patients that navigate the complex waters of cancer care and complex chronic disease. Dr. Adrian.
Wow, okay. I am so pleased to be able to be here with you all and so incredibly honored to have been invited. Welcome families and colleagues and graduates. This is a very big day. And as there were a few of us in the faculty lounge speaking of, it is simultaneously something that feels really not that long ago and like eons at simultaneous. I kind of feel like that's probably how you feel about your last 4 years. So in that last 4 years, you have been through challenges and experiences that have been designed to cultivate your fortitude and your strength, to help you see your own adaptability. Those 4 years have also been filled with classes meant to give you the tools to create your future. So bear with me. I love an analogy. You have been building your ship. Building that ship has been very hard. And although you have all been given the exact same tools and the exact same materials, each of you will have built very unique ships. Your unique ships will take you on your own voyages, in your own seas. And I would really love to tell you that it's smooth sailing from here on. But I can't. Because while you have been building that ship, as challenging as that ship has been to make, you have had the guidance of mentors. You've had very clear outlines and expectations to keep you on track and to keep you accountable. That's over. So now you get to take all that fortitude and all of that strength, and now you get to apply that to navigating your own waters. Whether the seas be calm or choppy, you've got to find that strength and you've got to find that place to come from to motivate yourself to keep going. So, if I might give a little bit of advice based on the things that have helped me to navigate my last 12 years, however long that's been, then hopefully some of this will help you navigate your journeys. So first, please approach everything from a place of curiosity. Ask why. Don't be satisfied with it is what it is. As Dr. Vargo said, we are students always. Hold that space. In fact, it was the wonderful Dr. Corinne Fairman-Young who taught me as a student that you always must ask why. Second, cultivate comfort with the unknown. There are 4 quadrants of knowledge. There is the conscious known. That's what you've been working on for 4 years. You know it, you have to think about it, but it's there. There is the unconscious known. That's what we aspire to. That's wisdom. You don't have to think about it, it's right there. I want you to occupy the space of the conscious unknown. You know that there is more to learn, and so you are always seeking for more answers. It is scary and exhilarating because the more you learn, the less you know, and you have to be comfortable with that. I will hold very high expectations for all of you, that you will stay far away from that unconscious unknown, because that's that place where we think we know everything, and therefore there is nothing left to learn. Don't fall into that trap. Third, no matter what, always move forward. There will be obstacles. You will fail. That's okay. One foot in front of another foot, and you learn and you move forward. And finally, set goals. Do not go looking for maps. Maps are terrible. Don't make plans. Plans imply that you are emotionally invested in how you get to where you're going, and that is just going to lead to frustration. My 3 children have taught me that over and over and over and over and over, and they're not even teenagers yet. So don't make plans, but always set a goal, because then you can point your ship in the direction that you intend, and no matter what the currents do, no matter what obstacles come up, you can course correct and head toward that goal. So to recap, be curious. Be comfortable with not knowing. Always move forward and create your goals. I love this profession. I love getting to go to work. We have amazing potential to impact people's lives in profound and wonderful ways. And my hope for all of you is that you feel the same way. And so the last little piece of wisdom that I will hopefully impart is that I want all of you to remember that everything you want is just outside your comfort zone. Keep pushing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Adrian. We've now come to the most exciting part of the afternoon, the conferring of the Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine diplomas. Dr. Bernhardt will present the diplomas to each graduate as I call them to the stage. So although our grads need to obtain registration and licensure before they can really use the title doctor, it's so close. We'll be calling them as doctors to receive the diploma in recognition of their monumental dedication throughout the program. So, sorry. Thank you, Dr. Bernhardt. Dr. Margarita Andreeva. Dr. Augusto Manuel Benavides Penizo. Dr. Edwina Bogatsky. Dr. Catherine Ann Boucher. Dr. Desiree Sarah Caruso. Dr. Allison Rachel Marie Dubé. Dr. Emma Furs. Dr. Malehe Hakak. Dr. Abney shot. Dr. Michael Graham Henry. So though Dr. Derek Shoya is not here today, we'll recognize his name. Dr. Tiana Jaleese Youngling. Dr. Kelsey Alexis King. Dr. Jennifer Ann Corsa. Dr. Charmaine Diane Marasegan. Dr. Jordan Carolyn Nole. Dr. Brittany Rebecca Ivy Pierce. Dr. Rochelle Nicole Pelche. Dr. Bailey Whitney May Salas. Dr. Angeli Santos. Dr. Gahana Shankar. Dr. Kyla Stewart. Dr. Brittany Lorena Tapp. Dr. Madison June Thorne is not with us today right now, but I'd like to acknowledge her name here. Next, Dr. Taylor Dawn Thurston. Dr. Mackenzie Lee Turner. And Dr. Jenny Sinan Joe. So I think it's time we heard from the grads. At this point, I'd like to invite Dr. Brittany Lorena Tapp to give a message on behalf of the graduating class.
Thank you, Dr. Vargo. Dr. Adrian's speech got me a little emotional. I hope it didn't open up some. You didn't even look at your piece of paper. I'm not that good. So. All right, good afternoon, everyone. First off, I would like to thank my classmates for choosing me to represent our graduating cohort today. I know any one of us would have been an amazing choice, but I'm convinced you all just chose me because I usually have some kind of treat whenever I present. But I have no treats today, so sorry, guys. And thank you for all that are watching from afar and for all of those of you that are here today. It means so much to all of us, and if there's anything these last 2 years has shown us, it is the value and meaningfulness of being together in person. We have some people who have traveled a great distance to be here today, so thank you to everyone for making the trip to celebrate with us for such a huge milestone in our lives. Although we are the ones getting acknowledged today, all of you watching today deserve some kind of an award as well. Most of you here today have likely been forced to sacrifice your bodies so that we could practice all of our hands-on requirements, like physical exams, adjustments, acupuncture points, massage, although I'm sure you didn't mind that semester where we had to do the massages. And for those of you who are lucky enough to have lived further away and didn't have to sacrifice your bodies, you likely had to sacrifice your ears for the countless times we had to call you and vent about anything from a difficult exam to yet another fire that has caused our exams to be pushed back. We thank you all from the bottom of our hearts, and we know that we wouldn't be up here today if it weren't for you. Most importantly, we literally wouldn't be up here today if it weren't for the administration and staff of CCNM Boucher. There have been many members of this stellar community who have come and gone since we all first started this program. And I can say confidently that we are all so incredibly grateful for every single one of you that have organized our schedules, coordinated our curriculum and clinic shifts, and of course, all of you who actually taught us everything that we now know. The fact that you were all able to adapt and adjust our program during a global pandemic to ensure that we were still able to graduate as planned is so beyond extraordinary, and your tireless efforts did not go unnoticed or unappreciated by all of us. I know we likely weren't the most agreeable at times with some of the changes that we had to make, but I hope you all know that we are so thankful that you did everything you could to keep us all safe and on track. Now to the CCNM Boucher graduating class of 2022. What a journey it has been. I could not be more proud to be entering this profession with all of you incredible people seated up here today, and the other two who are not here today. The adversities that we have overcome together in these past 4 or more years have been tremendous and arduous, and I feel like we have seen each other grow in ways that we never thought was possible. I know they probably say this every year, but I truly think that we have the best class ever. Each and every one of us has brought such an incredibly different perspective to this academic journey, and I personally feel like I have learned so much from each and every one of you. I think our class has been lucky enough to have such a strong bond, and I am confident that these friendships we've made over the past few years will last a lifetime. And I am so excited to see how our careers unfold. Naturopathic medicine is not an easy profession. Not only does it require us knowing how to diagnose and treat hundreds of medical conditions, we also have to know minor surgery, over 250 pharmaceutical drugs, nutrition, 361 acupuncture points, 165 herbs and their interactions, 70 homeopathic remedies, hundreds of nutrients and cofactors, over 100 orthopedic conditions and their diagnostic tests, multiple joint manipulations, counseling, soft tissue massage, intravenous therapy. I could keep going, but I only have 5 minutes up here, so I'll cut that short. And all of this doesn't even include the extra certifications that many of us will do after we graduate to expand our scope of practice even further. Yet, with all this education that we have acquired throughout the years, we often find ourselves having to justify our abilities and credentials to those who aren't familiar with naturopathic medicine. But I think that's why we chose this profession. Easy is not enough for us. I know for a fact that each and every one of us is more than capable of showing the medical system how we can be an integral part of a patient's healthcare team by working side by side with the conventional medical system, as we both have strengths that complement one another to create the optimal healing opportunity. The reason why I know we are all ready to show our proficiency in the medical system is because I've seen what we have gone through in these last couple of years. I truly believe that everything happens for a reason, and I honestly think that the global pandemic of 2020 created those intense obstacles for us to endure for that very purpose of shaping us into the most adaptable and resilient naturopathic doctors this profession has ever seen. And this perseverance that we were essentially forced to acquire over these last 2 years is what the world needs most right now. We have proven that nothing can stand in the way of us accomplishing our goals and achieving our dreams of providing patient-centered care the way that it has always meant to be provided. And I truly think that we are going to make incredible strides for naturopathic medicine. I can't wait to see what we do next. So congratulations to us. Now the real journey begins.
Thank you very much, Brittany. It is now time to recognize the recipients of the CCNM Awards, namely the Governor's Award of Excellence, the Clinical Excellence Award, and the Spirit of CCNM Boucher Award. I'd like to begin by inviting Dr. Heisel, our Associate Dean of Academics, to read the citation for the Governor's Award of Excellence, and Dr. Raskin to present the trophy.
Thank you, Dr. Vargo. I'm honored to be here today to present the Governor's Award of Excellence to the graduating student who has achieved the highest overall average across the course of their studies at Boucher. This award is always an easy one for us to choose. We just have to add up all your grades. But for the student who earns this distinction, it means consistently excelling through 4 years of relentless and rigorous academic studies. The student that I'm about to name was outstanding in all facets of the program. While conquering the unrelenting biomedicine quizzes, mastering the modalities, they were assessed by presentations, assignments, demonstrations of practical skills, and of course, countless final exams. And through all of this student rose to the top. With an overall GPA of 3.89, it is my pleasure to present the Governor's Award of Excellence to Dr. Bailey Whitney May Salas. Congratulations, Bailey.
Congratulations, Bailey. I'd like to invite Dr. Corinne Fairman-Young, who is our Associate Dean of Clinical Studies and Chief Medical Officer, to read the citation for the Clinical Excellence Award. And I'll have Dr. Raskin again present the trophy.
Wow, y'all look so pretty. The Clinical Excellence Award is given to the graduate student who has demonstrated not only exemplary clinical skills, but also consistent integration of naturopathic principles, a clear understanding of the therapeutic order, and implemented both to create comprehensive treatment plans, providing excellent patient care. And as you've heard, that's definitely happening. The interns are evaluated based on their performance assessments, clinical exams, and clinical faculty nominations. Clinical faculty have described this clinician as having an incredible, kind, and compassionate presence, organized, thoughtful, respectful, and prepares incredibly well, has a calm and organized approach with patients, makes her a very effective clinician, gave it away, it's a her, exemplified what a clinician ought to be, and they have demonstrated competency and aptitude in all of the modalities. Please join me in congratulating this cohort's recipient of the Clinical Excellence Award, Margarita Andreeva.
Congratulations, Margarita. I'd now like to call Reid Wildeman. He is our Acting Executive Director and Director of Academic Affairs to read the citation for the Spirit of CCNM Boucher Award. And I'd like to have Dr. Anderson, a member of our Board of Governors, to present the trophy.
Congratulations again, everybody. The Spirit of CCNM Boucher Award is given by the college to the graduating student who best represents the ideals, principles, and values of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine Boucher campus. They have demonstrated initiative and leadership, provided continuous volunteer service, maintained good academic standing, and had exemplary attitude and spirit that inspired others to be their best. Nominations are solicited from members of the student body, the faculty, clinic supervisors, and staff of CCNM Boucher campus. On behalf of the awards committee, I am pleased to present the 2022 Spirit of Boucher CCNM Award to Jennifer Corsa. Congratulations, Jennifer.
Good job, Jennifer. Next, I would like to welcome our oath reader, Dr. Rebecca Hanford. She is a teacher and a practitioner that has her feet both in academics and in the clinic as a clinic supervisor. I'd like to ask Dr. Hanford to approach the, oh, I know, so much for master of ceremonies, novice of ceremonies. Let me try this again. It's like written right here. It's now time to recognize the recipients of the BNSA Awards, namely the BNSA Leadership Award and the BNSA Spirit Award. So I'll call on Ron Noble, a member of our Board of Governors, and Jeff Martineau, the student governor, to present the trophies.
Sorry, Dr. Varga, we must be between you and the bar, I guess. Thank you. The BNSA Leadership Award is given by the Boucher Naturopathic Student Association to the BNSA member who has demonstrated excellence in leadership within student government and the overall student body. To receive the BNSA Leadership Award for 2022 is Emma Furs. Congratulations, Emma. Well done. The BNSA Spirit Award is given by the Boucher Naturopathic Student Association to the BNSA member who has consistently lifted the spirits of students and strived to enrich the experience at CCNM. This year, we have two recipients. Our first recipient is Marie Angelina V. Reyes Santos. Congratulations, Angelise. Our second recipient for this year's BNSA Spirit Award is Jennifer Ann Corsa. Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. Now it's time to administer the oath. So I'd like to invite Dr. Rebecca Hanford to come up and lead us through the oath. The naturopathic oath is found in the convocation program. Dr. Hanford will read one line at a time and have our NDs repeat each line after her. Dr. Hanford.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. This marks 15 years since I graduated from Boucher. And I hope that at the end of 15 years, you feel as good about naturopathic medicine as I do. So let's get started. I also forgot my reading glasses today, so this should be fun. We're going to hold it over here. Okay, good. I dedicate myself to the service of humanity as a practitioner of the art and science of naturopathic medicine. By precept, education, and example, I will assist and encourage others to strengthen their health, reduce risks of disease, and preserve the health of our planet for ourselves and future generations. I will continually endeavor to improve my abilities. I will conduct my life and practice of naturopathic medicine with integrity and freedom from prejudice. I will keep confident that which should not be divulged. I will honor the principles of naturopathic medicine. First, do no harm. To cooperate with the healing power of nature. To address the fundamental causes of disease. To heal the whole person through individualized treatment. To teach the principles of healthy living and preventative medicine. With my whole heart before these witnesses, as a doctor of naturopathic medicine, I pledge to remain true to this oath. Congratulations.
Well, thank you all for joining us today. So I hope you've got some applause saved up. So I'd like all our grads to stand and everybody else to stand up and congratulate the Boucher CCNM class of 2022. Let them have it. So after grads have left, there'll be refreshments on the ballroom west and east, the main floor. I could ask our grads to leave, and then the platform party will leave, and we'll join you out all outside as we continue to celebrate.